Alright, let's get real for a minute. Have you ever found yourself totally baffled by the way women think or act? I mean, you're not alone, so many guys out there just can wrap their heads around certain things about women. But today, we're going to break down the top 5 things that men just refuse to accept about women. These aren't your everyday annoyances, they are the kinds of things that make men go, wait, what? But don't worry, we're here to clear things up, have a few laughs, and maybe even change your perspective along the way. Ready? Let's just dive in. Yeah, number 1. The mysterious power of female intuition. So, let us kick things off with something that has been driving men crazy since, well, forever female intuition. You've heard it a million times. I just had a feeling, Dean, something was off. And you're probably thinking, seriously? Another gut feeling. But here's the truth, intuition isn't just some random hunch. For us, it is like a finely tuned radar that is constantly scanning our environment, picking up on vibe signals and cues that might fly right over your head. Think of it like this, while you dear busy analyzing data and crunching numbers, we are over here connecting the dots between things that do not even seem connected. It is not magic, but it is pretty darn close. Let us say you tear out at dinner with your partner and she suddenly says, "Ty, don't trust that guy over there." You glance over, see some random dude and think, what is the big deal? But what you don't realize is that she's picked up on something, maybe it is the way he's looking around, the way he is standing, or even his energy. And 9 times out of 10 she is spot on. Why? Because female intuition is our superpower. We are like Sherlock Holmes, but instead of a magnifying glass, we vault our gut feelings. But hear this, the kicker men often brush this off as illogical, irrational, or just plain annoying. The truth is though, you did be wise to pay attention. We might not always have concrete evidence to back it up, but when we say we felt something, there's hardly a good reason. So next time your partner tells you she has a bad feeling about something, don't just dismiss it. Trust me, she is probably onto something you haven't even noticed yet. Yeah, number 2, the multitasking mastery, how we do it all. Now let us talk multitasking. This is where the magic really happens. Picture this, she's on a conference call, texting her mom, making dinner, and mentally planning out the week ahead all at the same time. Meanwhile, you're still trying to remember where you put your wallet this morning. It is okay, we all have our strengths, but hear this where things get interesting. Some men see this multitasking as a flaw, thinking it makes women less focused or more scattered. Spoiler alert, that couldn't be further from the truth. For us, multitasking isn't just a skilly, it is a survival mechanism. We've been honing this craft for centuries, managing households, careers, friendships, and everything in between. It is not about doing a bunch of things poorly, it is about getting a lot done, period. Remember that time you tried to have a conversation with your partner while she was doing 5 other things, and she still managed to catch every single word you said, even though it looked like she wasn't paying attention. That does what I'm talking about. And let us get one thing straight, multitasking doesn't mean we are not present. In fact, it does quite the opposite. It means we were engaged on multiple levels. We can juggle tasks, keep track of details, and still have room to remember that you like your coffee with 2 sugars and no cream. Our brains are wired to handle multiple inputs at once, so while you might see it as a distraction, we see it as being efficient. Let's put it into perspective. Imagine trying to handle your job, the kids, the groceries, the housework, and still making time for a Netflix binge all in one day. Sounds exhausting, right? For us, it is just Tuesday. It does how we keep the world spinning. So the next time you see her balancing a dozen things at once, instead of thinking, she is all over the place, think, wow, she's really got it together. Because trust me, she does. Yeah, number 3, emotional expression, the strength behind the tears, ours. Alright, gentlemen, let us address the elephant in the room, emotions. Specifically, women's emotions. You've all probably seen it before. She is crying during a movie, tearing up at a commercial, or getting visibly upset after a tough day. And what is your first reaction? For many guys, it is either to shut down, freak out, or try to fix the problem. But hear this, the thing, emotional expression isn't a problem that needs fixing. It is a strength, a way for us to process, connect, and heal. Let us flip the script for a second. Think about how men are taught to handle emotions. More often than not, you dare told to bottle it up, toughen up, and man up. But that doesn't mean the feelings aren't out there, they are just suppressed. Women, on the other hand, have been socialized to embrace their emotions, to let them flow. It is not about being overly sensitive, it is about being in tune with ourselves and the people around us. Here is an example. When a woman cries, it is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign that she is processing something deeply. Those tears are a release, a way to let go of stress, pain, or even joy. They are a physical manifestation of her emotional strength. Think of it like a pressure valve. Once the emotions are out, she is able to move forward with a clear head and an open heart. And let us not forget that emotions are what connect us. They are how we build relationships, how we understand each other on a deeper level. When a woman shares her feelings, she's guiding you into her world, giving you a glimpse of her inner life. So, the next time you see her getting emotional, instead of feeling uncomfortable or trying to fix it, just be present, listen, empathize, and recognize that her emotions are a source of power, not a weakness. Yunner, number 4. Ambition. Why it is time to embrace the new norm. Let us shift gears and talk about something that can be a bit of a touchy subject: ambition. Specifically, women's ambition. We live in a world where the traditional roles are being redefined, and women are no longer just taking a backseat seat. But here does the kicker. Some men still feel threatened by a woman's ambition. Why is that? Maybe it does because you've been conditioned to see yourselves as the providers, the leaders, the ones in charge. But times have changed, and it's time to get on board. Women today are CEOs, entrepreneurs, innovators in every field imaginable. We are out here breaking glass ceilings, challenging norms, and proving that ambition isn't just Amanda's game. And yet, when a woman is driven, passionate, and focused on her goals, some men feel a little uneasy. Maybe it is the fear of losing control, or maybe it is the idea that she is stepping into what has traditionally been a male space. But here that's the reality. Ambition isn't about competition, it is about growth. It is about striving to be the best version of ourselves, regardless of gender. Think about it, wouldn't you want to be with someone who's as driven and motivated as you are? Someone who is constantly pushing herself to achieve more, to dream more, to make an impact. A woman's ambition shouldn't be seen as a threat. It should be celebrated. When she's reaching for the stars, she is not leaving you behind, she's inviting you to rise with her. So, instead of feeling intimidated by a woman's ambition, embrace it, support her, cheer her on, and recognize that her success is a win for both of you. Because when women thrive, everyone benefits. And let this be honest, there's nothing more attractive than someone who knows what they want and goes after it with everything they've got. Yeah, number 5, the love for beauty and aesthetics. It is deeper than you think. Finally, let us talk about something that is often misunderstood: women's love for beauty and aesthetics. Now, I know what you're thinking. It is just makeup, clothes, and decor, right? Wrong. For women, beauty and aesthetics are so much more than that. They're a form of self-expression, a way to create, to curate, and to celebrate the world around us. It is not about vanity or superficiality. It is about seeing the world through a lens of creativity and possibility. Let us break it down. Why do women spend so much time on things like makeup, fashion, and home decor? It is not because we're obsessed with appearances, because we understand the power of beauty to transform our environment and our mood. Think about how a fresh coat of paint can change the vibe of a room, or how the right outfit can boost your confidence. For us, beauty is a way to bring color and joy into our lives. It's how we take something ordinary and make it extraordinary. And let us not forget that women have a unique ability to notice the little details, the subtle differences in shade, the perfect balance of textures, the way certain colors complement each other. It does all part of our creative process, and it is something we take pride in. So, when we are spending time choosing between 2 shades of lipstick or rearranging the living room for the 3rd time this month, it does not because we're being fussy. It is because we creating an experience, a vibe, a feeling that reflects who we are and how we see the world. So, the next time you catch yourself rolling your eyes at how long it takes her to get ready or how much thought she puts into decorating, remember this: she is not just trying to look good, she does look good. And honestly, isn't that something we could all use a little more of? And there you have it, 5 things that men often struggle to accept about women. But here's the deal: understanding these things isn't just about getting along better with women, it is about appreciating the unique qualities that make us who we are. Embrace them, celebrate them, and watch how your relationships with the women in your life transform. Now, I want to hear from you what this one thing you learned today that surprised you. Or maybe there is something you still don't quite understand. Drop a comment below and let us keep the conversation going. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more content like this, and share it with someone who needs to hear these truths. Thanks for watching.